They said the amulet protects the village. They were wrong. It was controlling it. In the ancient village of Iluaye, hidden between thick forests and red earth roads, there was one rule everyone followed without question. For generations, the amulet was believed to keep famine, war, and sickness away. And for generations, it worked. Or so they believed. One morning, the impossible happened. The shrine was open. The chains were broken. The amulet was gone. By noon, the village was chaos. Crops withered overnight. Animals refused to eat. Children cried for no reason. The sky darkened, even though it wasn't raining. Fear turned into suspicion. Suspicion turned into anger. All eyes turned to Kola. He was quiet, intelligent, and always asking questions no one liked to answer. That was enough to make him guilty. Against the elders' wishes, a small group followed Kola into the forbidden forest. As they walked deeper, strange things began to happen. The forest was older than the village, and it remembered everything. Deep within the forest, they found an abandoned stone temple. Inside it rested the amulet, but it looked different. Darker, cracked wider, almost angry. The truth was finally revealed. The amulet was never meant to protect the village. It was a seal. Long ago, the ancestors trapped a powerful spirit beneath the land. The spirit fed on fear and obedience. The elders knew. Fear kept the seal strong, and fear kept them in power. The ground began to shake. A choice had to be made. Return the amulet and live safely under fear forever. Destroy it and face life without control or magic. The villagers hesitated. Kola did not. When the amulet was destroyed, the forest went silent. The spirit vanished, not into freedom, but into nothingness. Without fear, it had no power. The sky cleared, the crops returned, and the village survived. The elders lost their authority. Kola did not become a king. He became a teacher. The village learned a dangerous truth. Sometimes what we call protection is just control, and the real curse is fear we refuse to question. The village celebrated. The amulet was gone. The whispers had stopped. The nights were finally quiet. For the first time in years, the elders slept peacefully. But Kola couldn't. Every night he felt it, a pull in his chest, like something calling his name from very far away. And every time he closed his eyes, he saw the amulet. 3 days after the amulet disappeared, strange things began to happen. Crops grew too fast, then rotted overnight. Children spoke in voices that weren't theirs. The village well reflected faces that weren't present. The elders said it was after effects. Kola knew better. Because when he washed his hands one morning, the water shimmered gold, just for a second. The village didn't lose the amulet. The amulet was waiting. That night, the forest lit up. Golden cracks spread across the ground like lightning. And from the darkness, the amulet returned. Not floating, not glowing, but walking. It stopped in front of Kola. Then it entered his chest. No cane, no scream, just silence. When Kola opened his eyes, the symbols burned beneath his skin. The forest bowed. At first, Kola used the power to help. He healed the sick. He restored the land. He protected the village from unseen dangers. The people called him the Chosen One. But power has a voice, and it started whispering again, not to the village, only to Kola. One evening, a traveler arrived, a woman with white markings on her face and eyes that didn't blink. She revealed the truth. There were other villages, other amulets, other chosen ones, and every single one of them had disappeared, except her. That night, Kola stood at the edge of the village. The amulet pulsed beneath his skin. The whispers grew louder. Behind him, the villagers slept peacefully. Ahead of him, the traveler waited. Kola's eyes glowed gold. The choice had been made, but the war had just begun. The amulet didn't want power. It wanted permission. The traveler led Kola beyond the forest, past lands no map remembered. They arrived at a field of ruins. Villages burned, shrines shattered, bones wrapped in gold dust. Each village believed their amulet was unique. They were all wrong. Together, the amulets were a broken god. She was once chosen too, but instead of submitting, she learned to resist. Most didn't. The amulet in Kola's chest pulsed violently. It had sensed the truth. That night, the amulet finally spoke clearly, not in whispers, not in fear, but in truth. The amulets were fragments of an ancient guardian meant to protect humanity. Humans broke it, then enslaved the pieces. Fear corrupted it. Control twisted it. The amulet didn't want to rule. It wanted to be whole again. And Kola was the key. To reunite the amulets meant the ancient force would return. Human control over magic would end forever. To destroy them meant the world would be free of magic. Humanity would stand alone, unprotected. Instead of uniting the amulets, Kola absorbed them. Every fragment, every whisper, every lie. He became the seal. The pain shattered the ground. Light tore the sky open. When it ended, the amulets were gone. So was the power. Kola survived, but he was changed. No glow, no whispers, no magic. Just scars shaped like symbols that no longer moved. Magic vanished from the world. Villages learned to protect themselves, not through fear, through unity. Years later, a child in a distant land picked up a simple stone. It hummed, softly. Power doesn't corrupt, fear does. And the greatest protection is choice.